send us live into the world of the YouTubes. And
oh, yay. We still haven't figured out how to get simultaneously on YouTube and
I don't think you can get simultaneously on the YouTube and the Facebook, but we're live on the YouTube. Why not?
well, I haven't deactivated my account. We're still
people
not
from the YouTube.
after 7. We're on the air.
Yeah, turns out I went crazy. I took a customer call and then I was like, let's just go live. So today's episode is a virtual game show theme, loosely based on the idea of having a game show. And welcome everybody to the ApocaLips Comedy Show. There's Mike Langworthy. I'm Chuck Roy, and you know, we're sponsored by Vaccines Are Here. Reminder, not in all 50 states, Mexico, Canada, or Brazil, but vaccines are here. And I feel good about having both of mine, Mike, and they feel really good about sponsoring us. They said, good job. You guys really did it.
I felt really good about my shots because I was told specifically by the caregiver that I was taking vaccines from underprivileged people. So not only did I get cured, but I actually managed to be superior to some others as well.
Right. I ran up and took a shot from an older woman. I just elbowed the nurse and I was like, this is mine. So, you know, I felt like being at Walmart when the Cabbage Patch Kids were released. That's my turn.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I think people took me seriously. But you go ahead, do that if that's what.
I think they were laughing on the inside, Chuck, as they do so often when you tell jokes.
Right. Wow. Well, thanks for the warm hug of laughter, Mike. For those watching, this is the Colorado Comedy Show's virtual event center, the writing room, where Mike and I come up with the genius that is the ApocaLips Comedy Show. And you know, Mike, today's episode is
blocking the view there.
Right. Blocking the view is my Kennedy Center Award. You know,
I thought it was Heather Mill's leg.
Zing. And that's why you've got a Golden Globe there. Because when it comes to comedy, you're just, you know, you've got the gold. And we came up with some virtual gifts. This is a little leftover from last week. I thought we'd get some weed in. So some
what is that, kale?
No, totally marijuana.
Oh, okay.
That's either marijuana or a deer took a shit in a bowl.
A very healthy deer.
Equally good to me.
Lots of fiber. So I just thought, you know, I was in the mood to get virtually high again, Mike. So look how high we are.
Don't be nebulous about it.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Puts the I in zinger, everybody. Mike Langworthy also puts the ER in zinger. Depends on what kind of emergency you're having. Well, today, Mike, is a game show theme. So I thought we'd play our first game, which is Make Gladys Laugh. And there she is, sweet little Gladys.
Yep.
And I think in a moment here, we're going to have our complimentary customer. That'll be really nice. Here's Gladys. And we surveyed our audience, Mike, to get some answers to this question. But beforehand, I thought I'd put it out to you or the other comedians. I had sex with the worst. I've got a prize for whoever can guess what the audience said.
I had sex with the world's worst kielbasa.
Wow.
That's sort of the thing I envision Gladys doing in a pinch.
No more calls. We have a winner.
Right. So ironically, Mike, of the two people who filled out the survey, one did say kielbasa. So
All right.
you're a winner, my friend. You're totally a winner, and totally proud of you.
Woohoo.
And
Mike's always been a winner.
right. So you get to choose from which townhome you would like.
I would like the one that has been renovated on the top floor. It is the third from the left as I look at the screen.
Okay, so the one that's been renovated on the top floor, that's the one you want. That's yours, buddy. Congratulations.
Do you know where this is? This is in Amsterdam or?
Is this the Anne Frank house? I swear to God, that's the Anne Frank
Yeah,
house.
no wonder they found him. Look at all those windows in the attic.
I swear to God, that's what it is. Secret annex is in there.
Not to mention when they put the menorah up, that was a dead giveaway.
Right.
That was a mistake.
That was a dead giveaway.
That was a mistake,
Oh.
for sure.
Plenty of places for you to hide, I guess, Mike. It'll
I'm
be
told that she died of typhoid fever already.
Jesus.
It's a lovely theme. This is a lovely theme.
Well, these are two spaces I just couldn't imagine us getting to as far as comedy goes, and I'm so happy. So nice job, everybody.
I saw a production of the Diary of Anne Frank once.
How was it, Mike?
Well, it was done in Poland.
Okay.
I believe it was Britney Spears playing Anne Frank.
Oh, she's so popular.
And somebody in the audience near the end of the show, when the Nazis came in,
Yeah.
we have no idea where she is. Because it was in Poland, is what I'm saying.
Mike, I have two words for you. Never again.
There's some,
Don't ever do that again.
there's some sinister humor there. I see what you did
In
there.
Poland, they think the Wailing Wall has something to do with actual whaling. Rossetti and Blubber. They just are not clear on the concepts. They're just not clear.
That seems like a really stupid. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
just
like,
admit-
it's almost like the Polish people are really stupid.
Let's just admit that Blubber is my favorite Judy Blume book.
Sad book. Sad
Yeah.
book.
I preferred Son of Blubber. I thought it was funnier.
I thought
Tighter.
Blubber was Chuck's favorite way of crying when he gets dumped by a twink. But
Right.
you probably are the one who does the dumping. So that joke doesn't work on any level.
Mike Langworthy's in the
We have
closet.
people here that are supposed to be performing on the show, and here you are dominating the conversation.
Right. Sorry, everybody, for being just so zingery today. Well, how about we've stammered, Mike? We've stammered successfully enough that our customer is here, and so welcome, Kenny, and we're I think now our customer is here. Welcome, Kenny, and
Kenny H.
Enjoy the show. That's Kenny, and
Does he know Kenny G?
Probably.
His younger brother.
I assume Kenny H and Kenny G roll together a lot. So
Brilliant.
Kenny, welcome to the show. You're welcome to leave your camera on if that helps, or you're welcome to leave your mic on if that helps people hear you laugh. Or you're also, it looks like he's ordering a number 5. The rule about ordering fast food during our show is you have to get us some too and deliver it to each of the comedians at their home. You're lucky we don't have
mine.
Juliana Hang booked. We do have a great collection of fun comedians we've met from around the world. And there's no bummer when you invite this next act. Her name is Vicki Plummer. I can't believe I did that.
You rhymed.
I really did that.
You
Ladies and
rhymed.
gentlemen, welcome Vicki Plummer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Robert Frost of comedy, Chuck Gross.
That brought back some memories. You know, when I was in 7th grade, they were mean to me. They gave me a nickname. Should I tell you my nickname?
Please.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't really a nickname. It was like they taunted me with it. They called me Sticky Bummer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't that awful? And my gym teacher was the one who started that. My gym teacher. Yeah. He was I think he was only 8 years older than us. Yeah. He got fired later for beating up a kid. Yeah. He still lives in my hometown. Anyway, hope he's not watching this. Anyway, I doubt he's watching it. All right. So I did live stand-up this weekend. Isn't that amazing? It was really fun. One was indoors, and so that was fun. It was socially distanced. And then one was outdoors. And that was fun because a fire truck went by in the middle of my set. So
Nice.
anyway, so let me tell you some jokes. So I knew 2020 was going to suck for me personally. I didn't know it was going to suck for the entire world. But for me personally, I knew it was going to suck because I got tonsillitis twice in a row. I mean, what am I, 6? Yeah. And then I got broken up with.
Oh.
Aww.
Yep. On New Year's Eve.
No.
I mean, I kind of saw it coming because I'm 13 years older than you. Yeah. But I wouldn't consider myself a cougar because I look 13 years younger than him. So lesson learned, no more college freshmen. So but you know, I thought I'd miss him more at night, but I didn't. You know why? I got myself a weighted blanket. I don't know if you guys have ever tried those, but they make them feel like a nice warm hug. And they do. They form around your body. They make you feel nice and comfortable until you roll over. Then you roll over and it's hard because you go one way, another part of your body goes the other. Sometimes things can break. Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. I named my weighted blanket Lenny because he doesn't know that he has all this brute strength. So he likes to talk to me. He's like, baby, where are you going? Come on, I want to keep cuddling. Why are you rolling away from me? Yeah. A little crazy. He's in my cupboard right now because it's springtime, but every once in a while he'll yell out and be like, come on, I want to keep cuddling. Come on, baby. I'm like, Lenny, shut up. It's springtime. Although here this week in New York, it was 30 degrees. So I almost got him out. And then I was like, no, you tore my rotator cuff. I'm not dealing with that again. So, but it turns out the breakup really wasn't a breakup. It was just a whole big autocorrect mistake. So. I hate autocorrect.
Awful.
It is awful, right? I hate autocorrect. I don't think they should call it autocorrect. I think they should call that auto mess up all the conversations. Like it doesn't it doesn't correct anything. It messes up tenses, it messes up everything. But like I never mean the word birch. I also never mean the word duck. It drives me nuts. I know they changed that because they think like I'm not swearing. I'm swearing, okay? I'm swearing. I do mean the F word, okay? But yeah, autocorrect drives me crazy. And men, let me just give you a little hint. You may think you're sending a simple text. It's never simple, okay? Women are going to overanalyze that thing more than a DNA sample that's sent down to the FBI crime lab at Quantico. Okay. We're going to screenshot that thing. We're going to send it to at least 10 friends of ours. We're going to be like, what does he mean by I had a nice time? Every time, I swear to God. And then we're going to sit there and overanalyze it even more before we send a reply. And then we're going to reply and say, I'm fine. We're never fine. We're never fine. If you get a message back that says they're fine, they're not fine. Okay. So just know that. But we're still together. We're still together. His name's Tom. He's a mechanical engineer. I'm a stand-up comic. Go figure. He's really smart. I mean, he's so smart that half the time it sounds like wah, 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 wah. I have to do that thing where my face looks like I know what he's talking about. I'm like, oh yeah. Inside I'm literally like thinking of the lyrics of a Def Leppard song while he's telling me some formula or something. I'm like, okay, sure. And then I have to act like I know, like, oh, that was the end of a sentence. Okay. Sure, yeah. You want to watch another episode of Ted Lasso or what? Okay. Yeah. But we're not officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, we don't like labels. And we're not friends with benefits. We're not lovers. I mean, who says that anyway? People from the 1940s say that. Ugh. So we just call each other poker buddies. I mean, it works. It works. We send each other really romantic texts, things that say things like, you want to play Texas Hold'em tonight? Maybe it's not romantic, but it works. It works. So let me tell you a little bit more about him. He had COVID last year for about 6 weeks, and he lost his sense of taste and smell. And he still doesn't have it back, which is weird. He still doesn't have it back. Although I question whether he ever had his sense of taste. He likes to wear shorts year round, and he wears a backwards baseball cap all the time. I feel a lot of straight guys doing that. I don't get that, but it's weird. It's 40 below and you're wearing a winter coat and shorts. What's that about? But he actually looks really cute with the backwards baseball cap because he doesn't wear that trucker one with like the cutout part. That anybody looks dumb. Don't do that. But the fitted one, that looks good. So, but he's bald on top and has a big long beard. And I'm waiting for the day that he's going to do the comb over with the beard. Like he's going to be like, I'll be like, don't do that. You look good. Just, yeah. So I'll leave you with one last thing before I go. We were in Hawaii a couple years ago, and this story really has nothing to do with Hawaii. I just want to tell you that we went to Hawaii. But we were in Hawaii, and we were talking about getting healthier, and I said, my doctor said every 10 pounds you lose is like 60 pounds off your knees. And Tom goes, yeah. No, you know, he's right, because X times Y, wah, 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 wah. I mean, there it goes again, right? I'm like, oh God. So then I had to tune back in, and I was like, oh yeah. And he goes, yeah, 57.3. That's about right. I was like, oh, okay. So we were watching that movie Bohemian Rhapsody, you know, the one with Queen, and they tell the story of Queen. So there's a scene in there where there's a trucker, and Freddie Mercury is looking at the trucker. He's like eyeing him, and he wants to like go to the bathroom and make out with him. So I paused the movie.
Make out.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You want me to go into detail, Chuck? So he wants to, like, you know. Yes. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail. You know what I mean. So I said, do you see the guy that's playing that part? That's Adam Lambert. He's going to be the new lead singer for the real band Queen. Well, he didn't know that. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. So thank you.
Yeah.
Vicki Plummer.
I think Freddie Mercury wanted to play Texas Hold'em with that truck.
You're right.
That's my theory.
I think you're correct. Yeah. I love that you guys are like make out. I'm like, well, what do you want? You want me to go into detail about all of it?
Please.
Well, to answer your question, Vicki, yes, he does want you to go into detail.
Preferably with pictures.
Adam Lambert is undoubtedly poking partners with somebody as well.
Oh, he has to be, right?
Poking buddies.
Right.
Fine.
All of my poker buddies are straights.
Oh, that's what they say.
Right. Well, I want to continue our game show theme. Then we have several more comedians to introduce you to, everybody. But first, Mike, we surveyed our audience, and I want to know if you know the correct answer here. True or false?
False.
Let's see what the audience said here, Mike. Survey says, whoa, let's see what the dart does. Ding, Mike. You are correct. We surveyed our audience and a majority of them said false. And so everybody wins this guy. He's
nice.
he's your new personal assistant. I'm not sure what else
Is that
he
a comb
does,
over?
but that's definitely a comb
it's not.
over.
It's not.
But either way, that's our all-star, and I hope you enjoy your virtual prize, everybody. More virtual prizes coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, we met this fine young comedian on Open Mic, your show, Mike, and she's made us laugh every time she joined the show, and it's always fun to invite her to the ApocaLips. Would you please welcome Donna Shannon, ladies and gentlemen? Donna Shannon. Here.
Yay.
Well, thanks for having me on, Chuck and Mike. And since you got a game show theme today, I kind of want to bring back an old game show. You remember like the Newlywed Game?
Mhm.
So me and my husband, since we were locked in the house for pandemics, we played our own version of the Newlywed Game. Well, not exactly. No, it's basically my cheat sheet. Because this is, everybody know this like little mental game you play with your long-term partner?
No.
It's like, oh, these would be like your top 5 celebrities you're allowed to sleep with if they agree to it, right?
Oh, right.
It's the hall pass. It's the cheat sheet.
Right.
So, in the spirit of the gaming nature, I want to share with you my cheat sheet. So, starting off with number 5 is any professional hockey player. But I'm not too picky here. I am a huge Avalanche fan, so yeah, definitely the Avalanche. But like, I would do minor league, okay? Hockey players are pretty damn hot, and I will admit I have a penchant for the defensemen, especially those really large defensemen. I mean, they don't skate that fast, and they don't score very often. But when they slam into you, you will feel it the next day. And honestly, that's what us ladies are actually looking for, just so you guys know. All right, so number 4 is Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
Yeah, Vicky's like, yeah, Denise.
He's on everybody's list.
He's on everybody's list. He's both funny and hot. Plus, my husband's name is Ryan. So whenever I post anything on Facebook, it comes up, or do you want to tag Ryan Shannon or Ryan Reynolds? So I get that momentary second that I'm actually married to Ryan Reynolds.
Nice.
Yeah. So number 3 is Sandra Bullock. And
Wow.
I know what you guys are thinking. You're looking at me. There is no surprise to anyone that there's actually a woman on this list. As a matter of fact, most people are kind of surprised that there's men on the list. Yeah, but Sandra Bullock, I mean, she's got that lovely, girl next door kind of vibe. And who doesn't want to degrade the girl next door, right? So I would say next, number 3 is Queen Latifah.
Oh, nice.
Yes, big, beautiful, curvy woman, gorgeous face, strong message. Yes, I support BLM, Black Ladies Matter.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, so in my mind, she's now also Queen Antifa, and we can stick it to the man by sticking it to each other. See, got to be clever there. Now, before I give you my number 1, I do want to dive into some of the honorable mentions because they're, a little weird because the rest of this list has made so much sense so far, I'm sure. So the first one on the honorable mentions is Professor Willow from Pokemon Go. Yeah. Yes, I know he's an animated character, but what can I say? He's a silver fox. And as you can tell, I kind of like Pokemon a little bit. So we can talk about the Pokemon. And I actually had to stop playing Pokemon Go for a while because it got a little bit awkward that, every time he would like lean into the camera and he goes like, "Hey, Donna, I got a mission for you." I'm like, "Oh, Professor, do tell." And I just don't think you should get that turned on by a kid's game. Probably not. So next one on the honorable mention is Haley Joel Osment. Yes, the actor from The Sixth Sense, but not as a kid, okay? I'm not a pedophile. I mean, I'm a pervert, but I'm not a pedophile. So it's more as he is now. And if you're thinking, what? Because he's a little bit chubby, but he's got those sparkling eyes and he's got those rosy cheeks and a really nice beard. And what can I say? I like him cuddly. I do. But he's only 5'6" and I'm 5'8", so that's not going to work out. So the last one is Cameron Michaels from RuPaul's Drag Race season 10. He was one of the finalists. So you're trying to picture, oh my God, she's absolutely gorgeous in drag, totally buff and hot out of it, and just, awesome all the time. Oozing talent all the time. And besides, who doesn't love a surprise package? But let me give you my number one chop choice is Kevin James.
What?
Yes. Yes,
Kevin
that's
James,
right.
Wow.
Kevin James, the king of Queens himself. Absolutely.
Pound for pound, the greatest comedian in the world.
Absolutely. Hey, I like him cuddly. I like him funny. I like him talented. And he's got all of that. And if you want to really see what I mean, you've got to watch the movie Here Comes the Boom, which is all about he becomes a high school teacher, who becomes a, world wrestling, not wrestling, but mixed martial arts champion to save a music program at the school. And he really trimmed down and trained. So he does all the fights and stuff. So if you want to see what I mean, you got to watch Here Comes the Boom and you'll be going, ooh, boom goes the dynamite. Wow. Yeah, so there we go. There's my top 5 list. And you go have fun and mention yours and dive into it with your significant others too. And here comes my cat.
What a shocker.
That is more information than I ever thought I would get.
Did not see that coming.
Neither can Kevin James.
I don't. I have to say that if I had I don't think I've got a man in my top 10. But if I did.
Hello.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ned Rice is right in the room. And now
shit. So sad.
Right. You've hurt Ned's feelings. Ned Rice will be our next comedian. And then just want to thank Kenny he's been chiming in the chat. Very funny. And wanted to give you a heads up. After the next comedian is our round robin of jokes. And we let the comedians and even the audience chime in. So the topic tonight is why did Frogger cross the road? And hopefully.
Oh, fuck. Why did I do that?
Right. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm glad you know now. And if you're able to chime in, you're able to chime in. Otherwise, we'll invite you back and give you some more notice. But in the meantime, Ned Rice is here, who's just absolutely one of our favorite ApocaLips comedians. Always funny, except for on nights like tonight. But let's see what happens. Shit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ned Rice.
I pay a little extra for the intros, and I think it's well spent. Thank you, Chuck. That was very special. That was one of my top 5 intros of all time. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. I know it's Oscar night. I watched about 5 minutes and I realized I have not heard of any of these people. It was like watching Dancing with the Stars. Something's going on here, but I don't know who any of these people are. So, thanks for being here, where the real stars hang out. I had kind of a tense afternoon. I played Monopoly with a Palestinian friend, and every time I landed on one of his properties, I would just push the house off, because that's how it works. And he didn't like that. Or I'd say, well, that's not really your property. So it kind of ended in, I'm going to call it a stalemate. So I don't recommend playing Monopoly with Palestinians. That's not. Well, I'll get some walkouts. That's okay. Coming to you from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Is a very wonderful, progressive, woke, diverse town. Ann Arbor is so diverse that if you're on the phone and you want English, you have to press 6. It's not 1, not 2. Next year it's going to be 7. It's a little wet. It's an interesting place. I was walking down the street today in Ann Arbor. I saw a woman with a man bun, and wow, you kind of can't unsee that. That was strange. But I have to say, Mike Langworthy is a graduate of Michigan. I have to tell you, I am not impressed by people with bachelor's degrees from elite universities because I have one, and I don't know. I also graduated from Michigan. I don't know how that happened. Yeah. I spent most of my time here returning kegs to the liquor store and hearing about why women didn't want to date me. But I actually got a degree in general studies because I have commitment issues. And so a bachelor's degree in general studies means I have no marketable skills of any kind, but I'm pretty good at Jeopardy. So that should come in handy. It's usually a 4-year program, but if you really put your mind to it and drink enough, you can stretch it out to 6 years. That's what I did. The thing, my main memory of college was trying to figure out women. I do not understand and continue to not understand how women think, why they do the things they do, say that. I studied women from every angle. I really think I should have a minor in women's studies because I did the work. Okay, I read the books, I went to the seminars. And I think at some point they're going to give me that minor. Actually, I'll complete my bachelor's degree in women's studies, master's degree, and then I'll start on my doctorate. My goal is to have a PhD in women's studies. I've already started working on my dissertation. Well, I mean, when I say working on, I'm dictating. My girlfriend's typing it because, she's good at typing. But I have a title for my doctorate in women's studies dissertation. The title of it is Women, right? My nuts? Come on, guys. Women, right? Is it me? It's actually the title. So I wish you could all be that. Let's see what else is going on today. I spent some time with my girlfriend, my millennial girlfriend. I think you've spoken with her before. She's such a lovely girl. But my girlfriend does have attention deficit disorder, or as she calls it, ADH. Oh, look, a squirrel. I'm hungry. Let's get married. I love Labor Day. That's what she actually calls her. That's what she calls it. So, I give her a lot of credit for being brave about that. Mental health is crazy. Mental illnesses can be real crazy. I've always been depressed my whole life. Came from a family with a lot of depression. Even when I was very young. When I was 4 years old, my mother caught me in my sister's bedroom with my head in her Easy Bake Oven. And she said, "Oh my God, Nettie's trying to kill himself. Dad, get the camera. How cute is this?" Kind of a sad topic. I was thinking about a friend of mine recently who some years ago decided to take his own life. And he took a massive overdose of pills and he ended up surviving. And in his suicide note, he said, "I can't do anything right." So the next morning in the hospital, he's like, "See, I told you." And the usual pep talks don't really work after a failed suicide attempt. I was saying to him, like, Well, what matters is you tried. You know, you got to hang in. You know, it took Kurt Cobain 4 tries before he got it right. You just have to not believe in yourself. So, you know, seem to fall on deaf ears. Anyway, let's leave on that note. That's my time. Thanks, everybody.
Wow.
Enjoy the rest of your show.
Woo!
It's like watching Kurt Cobain at a shotgun wedding. Great job.
A solid professional to end on a suicide bit.
That's give the people what they want. That's my goal.
Yep. Well, and yet you're still here every week.
Wait 1 minute.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, this is an exciting feature, everybody watching here in the showroom and on the YouTubes. And Stacy Sanders watching on the YouTube. This is a fun new feature. It's brought to you by Round Robin Real Estate, known for plus size sales figures. Don't forget, April is APR month. So the Round Robin of jokes, Stacy not here. And so therefore that joke got absolutely not allowed, which is okay. If you've been following along, that joke has been getting a diminishing laugh week after week.
I know the feeling.
Right. So it's a lot like my Tonight Show material. You were never on the Tonight Show, Chuck. Exactly. Okay. Tonight's topic for jokes.
I like the way you work both sides of a joke.
Yes. Yeah. I try to, go from the unfunny all the way to the funny.
Sweet.
Right.
Waiting for that second half. Okay, go ahead.
You're making me real cross, Mike. I can't believe I did that. What we're going to do here is a round robin, and there's a special prize for whoever's got the funniest jokes. We have a really cool prize. I'll show you what it is later. But in the meantime, we're going to do a round robin of why did Frogger cross the road jokes. Mike, I think the worst one. Why did Frogger cross the road?
You're asking me?
I'm asking. I'll answer myself, then I'll ask you. He wanted rib bits.
Oh.
I told you I was going to win for worst one, but
no, that was a riveting joke.
Thank you. Thank you for Mike Langworthy with the save right there.
Yeah. He wanted to see if the crocus was in bloom. Am I
right? That's 2 and eggshell for the bear. 2 for the cranky old man, 0 for the jovial little bear. Mike, how about you?
I've got a dozen of them, my friend.
You've got thank God, Mike. A challenging day for this bear, and so I appreciate. Why did Frogger cross the road, Mike?
It was actually a failed suicide attempt.
Oh shit!
That's hanging out with Ned Rice. All right.
That's the worst.
A lot of suicide talk, huh?
Yeah, this show is killer.
Let's end it.
If we didn't do this, we'd just be hanging out, inappropriately, I guess, or just hanging.
We're just a bunch of guys alone in our rooms on Zoom. Oh wait,
right?
It's good just to put all the dirty laundry on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. Honesty is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Someone should post the suicide helpline on the chat, though.
Yeah, I'll look up the number and hope that if anybody needs help, you're in the right place. This is the room.
Chuck, I was thinking the other day,
Mike, what were you thinking?
Why a Frogger might cross a road.
Why might a Frogger?
What'd you come up with, Mike?
Perhaps he saw a Frenchman coming at him with a knife.
Wow. All right, a little frog legs humor.
Maybe it was just for the sake of change.
Right. Break a leg with that joke, my friend.
Culinary.
We have guest comedians. Niko, you look like you might have one. You're chomping at the bit.
I'm just enjoying watching you guys just hanging there. Yeah. So why did Frogger cross the road? Well, he wanted to be a comedian, and they told him that's where the money was. But
yeah, you got to get out on the road.
He was having a hard time. The road's pretty long. He's just trying to make it through, you know, and his set was also a little disorganized. He was just hopping bit to bit, just bit to bit.
Zing.
That's all I've got.
Hopping.
Donna, how about you? Anything
Okay, so I got a few ideas here. So why did Frogger cross the road? So who hasn't done some questionable things while tripping on psychedelic flies? It's also really important to teach kids that nothing is more fun than dodging traffic.
Right.
Not to mention that Frogger had to cross the road because, like all of us 80s kids, we would do anything to get away from quality time with the family.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Why did Frogger cross the road? Because he licked his belly.
Yeah.
I'm stealing that from you, Donna.
There you go.
I ribbed
He
off.
crossed the road because he wanted to spawn a trend.
Hello.
No?
I got one
He
last
wanted
one
to
for you, though.
start his career.
One last one from Donna Shannon.
One last one.
Go ahead, Donna.
Okay, so Frogger crossed the road to get away from centipede.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Boom.
A sweet little Galago
Across the road
reference.
because he was trying to try out his new Mario Kart.
No, trying to get away from the human centipede because you never go ass to mouth, ass to mouth, ass to mouth.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
Those human centipede movies really bother me.
Let me jot that down.
Vicki, I see you shaking your head. Anything?
I got some. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Jump in there.
All right, I got some. Some of these are inspired by little kid jokes. Okay.
Perfect.
Yay.
Perfect.
And then some are just really bad. So there you go.
Way to
All
sell
right.
it.
So why did Frogger cross the road?
Why?
The chicken was on vacation.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Perfect.
Chicken was on vacation. That's a little kid joke. Here's another little kid joke. Why did Frogger cross the road? It was leap year.
Yes.
Boom.
Okay. And then let's see here. These are the two dumb ones. Why did Frogger cross the road? Frogs have tiny brains. Okay. And then here's my last one. Why did Frogger cross the road? That's how the computer is programmed for the game Frogger.
Right.
No, it's, you wouldn't play the game. There would be no game.
Right.
Yeah.
That bit had some bites to it.
How about he was sick of being a toady?
No.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
Really?
Right. I thought I would rock this subject, but turns out I croaked. Anybody else got a Frogger joke? Ned Rice.
I just want to point out, up until moments ago, I'd never heard of Frogger. So that's going to inform some of my joke writing questions.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a sheltered childhood. We had these things called books. Anyway,
La-di-da.
Frogger crossed. I'm teasing. Frogger crossed the road because somebody told him to.
Hello.
That's for you, Chuck, baby. Frogger crossed the road because he heard there was a hip hop show.
Yeah.
See? So happy ending.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get off on that.
He was trying to log some quality time with an alligator.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's demonstrating too much time spent in a
Mike Langworthy with an authentic Frogger joke for the ending. I'm not sure who our winner is. Mike, you have one in mind, or I might.
You know what? I gotta go with Vicki Plummer because she went child and she went adult.
Right. I'm with you on that
bad.
one. I thought everybody competed real well. I wanted everyone to win, but only one person gets to win tonight's prize, which is comes to us from the Colorado Comedy Show's virtual events team.
Frog legs, yeah.
Frog legs and a salad. How could we not have a salad?
Frog legs without salad.
Right, Kenny, you're new. That's
So
Chef
wrong.
Mark Scapone, our virtual event chef, and he sort of
So
taunts
wrong.
me with salads, left and right. Everything is going to be a salad. Time for a few ads, and then we've got prizes.
It's all good, man.
And our headliner, Niko Lukoff, is coming up. But in a moment, we just want to tell you about some of our cool shows. Some people like Stacey Sanders are watching on the YouTube, and thanks for commenting as well. She's pointing out that I'm her favorite. Thank you. And here's some fun shows coming up. A Fistful of ApocaLips is next week, starring Bronco Brad. We've got a couple of cowboy-themed shows coming up. May 9th is Gigzilla. The round robin for that one, I project, is going to be our most fun. The topic is, that gig was so bad. We're inviting all of our past comedians to come join us for that one. May 16th, Jessica Misra is going to be here. And then on May 23rd, 7 Brides for 7 ApocaLips, our season finale, and what's likely our series finale. I hope to God it's the end of the apocalypse, and then we'll have more shows. We have plenty of ideas for virtual shows, but I know we're going to take the summer off on Sunday nights, and it's been fun. And we have fun guest prizes. Kenny, we've got special prizes just for you. Thanks for hooking up yourself with the ticket. And I know you got a general admission ticket, but I bumped you up to VIP status because you donated to our charity. So cool of you. I'm going to tell you about the charity in a bit. The executive director of our charity is watching on YouTube.
Thanks, man. That's awesome.
So I got her, and you, both of you, get red wine. So enjoy your own virtual red wine. Feel free to celebrate. And then I got you a lobster. I don't know why I got you a lobster, but I thought, have some lobster.
If you don't get to kill an animal, right, Chuck?
Yeah, it's virtually inexpensive when you have.
I love lobster.
Well, you got yourself one right now, and then I got you some weed. Not sure what
in Colorado.
In Colorado, who knew?
Weed.
We have some virtual weed for you, so feel free to enjoy that.
Nice.
And this little puppy. He's
virtual weed. Whoa, none of this is real.
These are they're virtually yours, so they're real.
I'm just playing. Oh, go ahead.
They're real, but thank you. I get it. And then virtually, we've been giving this guy away for a while. You can decide what you want. Do you want the robe? Do you want the pink wall? Do you need a toothbrush, or the whole package, shall we say? So
you can't see his package from here.
He's right. He's virtually yours. And then
speaking of which,
that guy every week. He just
also got you this steak with, I believe, some goat cheese on it.
Oh, I was like, what is that?
No, that's actually Alex Smith's leg after the accident.
These are some roast potatoes and delicious cake with strawberries on it, as well as some cookies. Ned, if you recognize these,
I do.
I stole them from your page.
I do recognize them.
And what goes better with strawberry cake than salad?
Salad. Gotta have a salad.
Salad from an obsessive chef.
I hope you enjoy.
He doesn't even know how to turn on a stove.
No,
like salad.
So sad.
One more gift for our VIPs. This has been pretty popular. That's Mike in a barrel. So far, we've sent him over Niagara Falls, down the Merrimack River. When we were in San Antonio, we sent him along the river, the San Antonio little downtown river walk. And then last week, we sent him over some Grateful Dead heads. And so this week, I thought, let's have Mike cruise over some NASCAR fans. So That's Bristol right there. And here we go. Here's Mike cruising over.
I'm just gonna go until I get to the nose.
I'm surprised you didn't just take one left turn the whole time there, Mike. And then our general admission audience can be watching on YouTube. And Kenny, feel free to double down. You can have these nugs as well. We got you those virtually. And we got you some bros. Just in case you don't have enough bros.
Bros watching the Northern Lights.
We got you some cool bros. And
right, I'm a little worried with all these gifts. Aren't you guys like losing money? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
No, we're
rolling in it, man. It's Zoom comedy. It's lucrative. That's
the chef's back.
We're virtually
break even every week.
And don't you worry about that. We got plenty of salad. Plenty of salad.
These are our salad days, you'd say.
No,
and you know, Chuck, you look great, man. Don't let anybody make fun of you, man. I love chicken wings. You know, I got a little booby here. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel bad about yourself, Chuck.
You got,
Yeah, Chuck, don't let anybody make fun of you.
Right.
End up being self, Chuck. He's like a little punching bag tonight. What's going on here?
Well,
it's my first time here. Come on, Chuck, stand up for yourself, bud.
It's the apocalypse.
No, you know what? The only person he really cares about said that he is her favorite. So there you go.
Right. So I've already won Stacy's heart over.
There you go.
Speaking of Stacy, and this is what it's all about. Kenny, you were so kind. You took advantage of a brand new thing we added to the tickets this week. A donation feature. We donate to Elevating Connections. I'm going to tell you about who they are. What they do is they put on connecting events for youth who are separated from their siblings by foster care. That's I teach at Community College of Denver in the comedy class. Whenever a student tells me they're from the foster care system, it's time to like buckle up. Here comes some material about some dicey things. And so what Stacy's recognized, she's in the youth, she works within the systems of care by day, is that connecting events for young people who are separated from their siblings by the foster care system are a path to, good health. And so she's got things like a poetry jam coming up for the kids. We do comedy workshops for them. And it's just absolutely a terrific organization. And last year we were there, during the pandemic, we were their #1 corporate sponsor for people like donating, just like you did tonight, Kenny. So we did something pretty cool. This charity is great, but last year, of course, during the pandemic, they lost a lot of the ability to fundraise, and we stepped in and donated 10% of our tickets and any of our private events. And then this week, we did a cool feature, and Kenny added $25 donation to his ticket. So really thank you, Kenny. That does something really cool.
Awesome.
We're some of that money goes towards getting kids a lift, a ride share to their events, which helps a young person get a safe ride. So thank you for that. And to give you a real special treat, we've got a wonderful headliner here. I was telling you a little bit about him on the phone. During Zoom comedy, one person decided to put together sort of a Facebook group listing all of the Zoom comedy opportunities. And I remember joining the group when there were 300 members. There are now 6,000. He's got to babysit 6,000 part-time comedians and 4 full-time comedians. 3 people who've earned a salary and 6,000 people who tell him how he should be doing it. So lots of us were just trying to tell him off stage earlier. He did a great thing by connecting a global audience of comedians, people from around the world. And so we appreciate him. He's been fun to have as a headliner on this show, and we're glad to invite him back. Would everyone please give a nice round of applause to Niko Lukoff, your headliner.
That's such a good description of the group. Oh, thank you so much.
6,000 people, 1 with a television credit. Okay.
Very, very close to
that's high praise.
Yeah. So I was raised in the only Jewish household that had no humor.
No.
Yeah, it's weird. We didn't joke around with each other. Our only roasts were briskets. Yeah. We didn't even really use sarcasm. Yeah, no sarcasm. That was so much fun. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm still working on sarcasm. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna find it if I've got to wander this land for 40 more years. That's a Jew joke. We wander. We did have though lots of passive aggression. Yeah. But I don't know. I kind of thought if you just cared a little, you'd have known that by now. The other day I sat on a tall wooden chair. That's why it's gonna be a very exciting set, folks. The other day I sat on a tall wooden chair, didn't have any armrests or backrest. Like, it was actually a very uncomfortable experience. Until I put a pillow on it, helped out a lot. Just needed a stool softener.
Oh,
you know what? Those of you that don't laugh at that, I completely understand. I fully understand. I get it. That was just a numb ass joke, folks. That was a numb ass joke. I'm happy to be doing it though, because I just been sitting on it for a while. We're not done. I like this bit. I like this bit a lot. I think it's got legs. Yeah, keeping that. That's solid. I met my wife the old-fashioned way, AOL Instant Messenger chat. Yeah, beep bop boop, which is not at all how it sounded. That's dumb. Look, we didn't have swipe left or swipe right. No, we had up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Yeah, Denise got me there. Yeah, hell yeah. Look, we had 30 Contra lives and 30,000 hours of AOL discs. When those became obsolete, we just set them all on fire. Yeah, that was our Tinder. That one's a slow burn, folks. That one's a slow burn. So obviously, we've been with my wife for a very long time, but it's awesome because we're still learning things about each other. Keeps things interesting and exciting. For example, recently I learned that my wife is a witch. Yeah, like a real spellcasting practitioner. She's a witch, kind of witch. Witch, ooh, that's fun. Which I should have known sooner. She's always had this old display case she kept referring to as altar. Like, I don't know furniture terms. It had things like goblets and little daggers, and okay, I definitely should have realized that she was a witch sooner. I do think it's pretty convenient though that she's a witch, because she says when she dies she wants to be cremated. Thinking historically, this is how you get rid of a witch. Yeah, Mike remembers.
Hey.
that one's gonna be a fast burn. I got busted in high school for selling weed because you're not supposed to do that there. Yeah, they frowned on it, and I was just trying to turn frowns upside down. Look, I made the same mistake as a lot of other passionate people, and I ruined my favorite hobby by making it my job. Maybe some comedians can relate. Obviously wasn't very good at this job, getting busted. The main thing you're not supposed to do, but I try not to beat myself up too much. I was only 15. I didn't know a lot about business. I think I just misunderstood the concept of buying low and selling high. I was the only Jew in juvenile hall. Yeah, I put the Jew in juvie. I got out pretty quick. My parents hired a very good Jewish lawyer. He just went up to the judge and he said, "Let my people go." They did. They're like, 3 years? Nah, 3 weeks. Mazel tov l'chaim. Yeah, you free. Then I got out on probation, which meant I had to take all these drug tests. And look, I was never in my life any good at tests, but I was really good at drug. Smoke weed. Wasn't going to stop that because that'd be crazy. And I did things with my test to pass, to study. But these methods took time. I passed way more than I should have. But then the tests became more and more frequent, eventually more like pot quizzes, if you will. And I failed a ton of those, and it turned out, unfortunately, that entire time they had not been grading me on a curve. Yeah, no curve for drug tests. Then I got sent to rehab. Want to know what's weird about going to rehab for weed? Everything. It's like, if you one thing, this is rehab for weed, like that was a central focus. That's why everybody else was there. But no, this replaced the people that are kinds of drugs, crack, cocaine, heroin, all these things. And certainly no judgment at all, but it certainly made me, this entitled Jew from California who got busted for weed, the least popular kid in rehab. First place I got set was in the woods. They had us hiking around. Then at one point, they actually blindfolded us individually, took us to different spots, took up the blindfold, gave us food and supplies, and like, see you in a couple of days, solo mission. You might be thinking like, Niko, why didn't you just run away? And I thought about it. I actually really did think about running away, but they were actually watching us from a distance. And we knew this, which is kind of weird because sometimes when I'd be at home, I'd smoke weed and I get real paranoid. But here in rehab for weed, I could just be like, there's some, I had the trees, they're moving right there. I could see them, they're moving. And there really was. Also took her shoes at night, would have slowed me down. Worst weed I ever smoked was in rehab. Yeah, this guy snuck it in an old potato chip bag. Give me an old potato chip bag. I'm like, points your creativity, but a little bit of a red flag, I guess. I smoked like 3 bowls, barely felt the thing. We had macaroni and cheese for dinner that night. That tasted horrible. I'm like, this is not an experience anyone should ever have smoking weed. So I complained to him about the weed that he shared with me, which certainly helped reinforce me, this entitled Jew from California who got busted for weed, being the least popular kid in rehab. So the last place I got sent, there's an interview to get in. I was like, that's a little flipped. It should be like, what can you do for me, you know? And in this process, I'm being interviewed by people who are both in the program and who work there. And this guy named Josh, I met there. Josh had been in the program for a couple of weeks. And if I were to get in, I'd live with him and a bunch of other people for about a year. Josh asked me this question. He said, Niko, why are you here? And it wasn't like this existential thing. I've been asked this all day long. Quite frankly, folks, quite honestly, I was getting sick and tired of answering this question honestly. So I said what teenage me thought was very funny. I looked him in the eye and I said, Josh, I'm here because I'm a crackhead. To which he said, oh, wow, me too.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, he just wanted to connect with someone on a level that few people proportion to society can. He wanted to bond over mutually shared traumatic experience. And I took the thing he struggled with most in life and just threw it as a joke. And I selfishly told him the truth that I thought it was a joke. And you might be surprised, to this day, he and we are not friends. No. An awkward year. So I finally finished all these programs. I'm finally out to the real world, really for the first time. And I got a job, as people do. And at that job, I had a conversation with some coworkers. And by that, I mean they were two talking to each other in a room. They left the door open. That was their fault. As I'm walking by, one says to the other, I hear him. He says, I just completed rehab and I'm very excited. And I hear this. Yeah, my heart skips a beat. I'm like, I want to connect with this guy at a level that few people can, and bond over mutually shared traumatic experience. I kind of hop, skip, and shuffle in the room. And I look at my new best friend. I'm like, which one were you in? Looks at me like I'm crazy. I explained, oh, I heard what you said. I just finished rehab too. I'm also very excited. If you want to talk about it, I'm here for you. We can talk about it. And he told me what the rehab he was in. Yeah. He said, Niko, I hurt my foot snowboarding. And I just finished physical therapy rehab. And I'm very excited because someday I'll get to go snowboarding again. And I kind of knew how Josh felt. Which certainly helped reinforce me, this entitled Jew from California who spent 2 years in rehab for weed, being the least popular kid at work. And yeah, we're not friends either. Not at all. I really like doing these virtual shows. I love doing them. It's fantastic. It's very convenient. The other night, I was helping put my daughter to bed, 5-year-old daughter to bed, because I had some time before my set. I say some things to her. She said some things to me. That's how a conversation goes. This is what she normally says back to me at night. This is her closer. She'll say, Dad, I love you so very much. You're the best dad in the whole world.
Aww.
Right? I'm like, then I also realized your sample size is kind of limited. I'll take it. It's nice. But the other night she changed it up on me. Yeah, she riffed her closer. She said, Dad, I like you more than the planets are large. Oh, that's very sweet. I was just downgraded from love to like. Nice. I go to the door, I'm turning off the lights, I'm leaving. She calls out, she goes, Dad? I go, yes, darling. Now she's got me. She says, Dad, I've been thinking about it, and actually, I don't like you that much.
Oh.
Aww.
And with every fiber of my being, just inside my soul, I'm just never going to stop laughing because that was absolutely incredible. Folks, I just want to say real quick before I get out of here, thank you so much for doing these shows. Let's just give a round of applause real quick here to Mike and Chuck. Is fantastic. I'm so happy to be a part of all these, or the ones that have been, and everybody's just having such a good time. And like, when you guys are done with the show, I don't know what we're going to do without you. Like, where else are we going to find two white men to put on comedy shows? I just don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be
The ones that ones that heckle you during your set. How are we gonna?
Oh,
How are
we're
we
hard to
gonna do
replace
that?
there.
You know, a has been and a never gonna be. You know, where are we gonna?
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
Wow.
I love you guys so much. And Chuck told me to write a roast, and I never do roasts. That cracks me up.
Officer down.
Wow.
Wow.
Folks, I've been Samwise Gamgee. 20 years later, you have been so much fun. Ooh, oh,
Right.
you got my shit.
Let us know when you write those roast jokes.
Just say one thing,
I did tell him to roast us, and I'm so glad you did. You know, we're gonna miss you too, buddy. You know,
All of comedy will miss.
right. We'll
just as you've missed all of comedy.
wait till
What?
Yes.
No, not you. Not you.
wait till you know. I'm gonna start some shit in that disgruntled comedians.
Want to be an admin?
He's gonna be an
That's it.
aggro.
Day.
He's going.
You should have seen Niko last night. He crushed for 3 hours.
That post is hilarious.
Right. So that is our ApocaLips Comedy Show. A nice round of applause for all the comedians who performed and for Niko. We do have a little more fun on the way out. We'll walk you out the door and such, but want to make sure we say thank you. We've got one last prize, a little bit of comedy gold. We're just
Don't forget.
and one last salad to go, everybody. So enjoy your comedy gold and or little chef salad, and then don't forget, as we get to our exits, everybody, there's it's a little dicey out in our neighborhood. We'll take you to we'll walk you to your car. This is the back neighborhood. It gets even a little scarier. Kenny, I'll give you the inside. I'm a Boston comedian, and this is what's called the Combat Zone. Just behind Nick's Comedy Stop was a place where you get any drugs you wanted or adult entertainment services. When I started the Apocalypse, this made me feel just a little bit like home. After a show, we'd sort of enjoy the neighborhood entrepreneurs. Speaking of, my ride's here.
Is his name Open Mike?
Yes, and
that's what I thought.
When we see the guy in gold, we know it's time for the sing-along. So we'll allow the YouTube audience to hang out. Thank you, Stacy, for saying another great show. Feel free to sing along. This is a fast little sing-along, everybody. And the purpose of our sing-along is Mike has to lead the sing-along. He doesn't know the words or the tune. And then this time you might know the tune, Mike. And then just...
He just puts his head down.
Follow along to the bouncing golden globe, and Mike will lead us in song, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, how I want to give them the finger when the saints go marching into the end zone. Fuck the Saints.
When the
Rockies try to play baseball. When the Rockies try to play baseball. Oh, how I want to give them the finger. Oh, when the Rockies play baseball. Shoo-doo-be wop wop. Shoo-doo-be wop wop. Bam. That's the show, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's what we do here.
That was the one flew of the cuckoo's nest shit right there, man.
It's an odd show. I don't know what else to
I
tell
love
you.
it.
Can I say one thing real quick, Chuck? Can I say
Please
one
do.
thing, Chuck?
Please do.
I just want to say, man, I was just looking for a local show here in Denver, and I called the number on Google, and I think Chuck answered, right? It was you, Chuck, right? Definitely, it was Chuck, yeah. Man, he sat on the phone with me for like 10, 12 minutes. You know, he talked to me about the local scene, and that's ultimately what, I decided, like, that's why I'm in my car right now,
Right.
I'm not homeless or anything. But,
Gotcha.
but yeah, man, I just appreciate all you guys. And Chuck, man, he should be like in charge of PR or something. He should be promoted at some point. You know what I'm saying?
I'll do what I can.
Very good.
No, I appreciate you, Chuck, man.
Awesome.
And he answers the phone. You know what I'm saying? That's an important thing in the world. A lot of people pretend or just say stuff and like won't answer but he was like a genuine guy. He's never met me before. So appreciate you, Chuck.
I just want to make sure you get to a comedy show,
I'm dying for one, man.
Right. We'll get you there. There's live shows are coming back and we'll get you there. But appreciate you coming.
We're looking around for a venue to do a show that's sort of a hybrid where we'll be able, because the thing that has happened as a result of the pandemic is the whole world has opened up for these Zoom calls. And if we can get a venue where we can hook up video, we can do live acts, and we can also bring somebody in. We have a guy who comes in from Romania and another person from Australia and another person from Kuala Lumpur, is it?
Yeah, 2 acts from Malaysia. So, we just appreciate your kind words. Thanks to everybody watching.